Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? I hope this finds you well. I hope that everything is going all peachy keen in your neighborhood and that you're all staying out of trouble and minding your P's and Q's and all that good stuff. Tonight, we have Al Forte with us. He's sitting in for Mr. Haas. And I've got something talking back to me here. Is that over on your end?
It's corrected.
Okay. Because I thought I had mine shut off. Al Forte's with us this evening. He's sitting in for Mr. Haas, and we're going to discuss Mr. Haas here in a little bit. He's out there in the I don't know, what do you call that? The cosmos. He's out there in the chat room. And he's trying to keep an eye on us, but it ain't going to do no good. We're still going to say what we're going to say. Mm-hmm. Oh, mercy. For anybody that's new here, that's never seen what we do here on this show, we cut up, we have a good time, a lot of shenanigans. And if you have any facts out there, we like them to be true but odd facts. That's why we call this Mind Equals Blown. Throw them out there to us. And if we like what you have to say, if it blows our minds, I'll give you free cowbell rings. And Al will give you, what do you call that thing that you give them, Al?
Vulcan salutes.
There you go. And they aren't worth anything except a lot of fun. And we got some folks out there in the chat room. Nathan from NDT Show was in the room. I don't know if he's still with us or not, but we say howdy to him. Portal Woodworks is in the house. And All Things YouTube, which is the notorious Matt Haas, is out there in the chat. Pathfinder's in the chat. Invite everybody. Get out there and share this. Hit that like button. Tell everybody about this because we're going to do a giveaway here in a little while. I'm going to give something away. I don't know what it'll be yet, but we'll give something away. Basically, let you pick out what you want. I put up about 4 things, and then you pick out what you want. But I'm not a stickler for that. If you've seen something else that I put up that nobody took and you want it, it's still here.
I'd like to do a disclaimer that all comments made are purely for fun and in no way should be considered real. Remember that, folks.
Well, somebody accused me of lying a little while ago. Now, I don't lie. I just embellish the truth. You know, I just lay it out there. Now, it's up to people what they want to believe. Everybody seems to have their own idea on what they want to believe about anything. Luana Pierce just came in the house. We say hello to Luana. Hope everything's going well in your neighborhood tonight. And Al, why don't you tell people a little bit about yourselves in case there's anybody that comes in here that don't know who you are?
Sure. Hello, Internet. Wait a second. Never mind. That's not mine. That's Matt. I'm Al Forte, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop here on YouTube. I also stream on Sundays, 2 p.m. At Kilroy 79763. Kind of something like that. I don't know if it's focused or not, but Kilroy 79763. If you search for me, Kilroy 79763, all over the place. Yes, it did. It focused. The only Kilroy 79763. In fact, it's right there. See, right there. But anyway, thanks for letting me fill in. I hope I'm as fun as Matt. Who I understand is traveling somewhere. Brenda, do you know where he's traveling?
Well, there's been a lot of different things float in here. Now, you know, I know Matt thinks that I cook all this up on my own. And I've got people reporting to me all the time, you know, telling me where they've seen him. You know, there's Matt sightings and all this comes flying in here telling me things about him. And somebody told me that he had gone out west. I think it was to Wisconsin. There's a festival going on out there, and he had to do some research at this festival because he's going to come up with a new channel, and he needed to do some research for it. And the festival is called the Testicle Festival. And this channel that he's planning to put up is called All Things Awesome Testicles.
I bet he's going to have some awesome calf fries. Is it going to be a cooking channel by chance?
Might be. And I like the name of the channel because, you know, you abbreviate it down. It's ATAT.
ATAT.
All Things Awesome Testicles. So that was one story that I got.
Wow.
Then another story was that he had to go see a dietitian. And I said, well, what on earth would he need to go see a dietitian for? And they said, well, the word is that what it was is it came back saying you have to cut the franken beans and add a taco.
Yeah.
Now, I thought he was all about the tacos.
He is.
So I don't know why they'd have to cut the franken beans, but hey, you use your own imagination, I guess.
Brenda, it looks like somebody out there is wanting to see your octopus.
I don't know where he's gone. He's crawled over here someplace underneath the desk or something. I was looking for him the other day, and I got to clean this place up. I tell you what, it's done gone crazy. Octopus is around here someplace, but he's not up here on the desk. Let's put it that way. So I'll eventually find him. He can't be too far off. We'll get him figured out here eventually. C-Dubs is in the house. Hello, C-Dubs. Good to see you. Hope everything's going well in your neighborhood. Jim Dockrell is in the house. He's my brother from another mother.
Jim?
He's up there in Kinetistan. And then let's see what's going on here. We got somebody saying something's got people cut up, but I missed it, whatever it was. Lord, it must be so far back that I never find it.
Is that the one Luana Pierce is talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about.
She doesn't swim. Something about a camera mic to put octopuses on or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. Now I'll find him. I was looking the other day, but he's not up here on the desk. I know that much. He's apparently fell down underneath the desk someplace down here, and I got a bunch of craft supplies and stuff down there. So he's hanging out with craft supplies now, I think. But there
you go. I'll put my octopus.
Yeah, put your octopus up there so they have something to focus on. Now I do have this feller.
Oh, good Lord, that's cool. What is that?
That is Wizardo Bizardo.
Bizardo it is, yes.
And he is made from a gourd.
Oh.
That's some of my gourd art. And so he's got his little wizard hat on, and I got a little bow around his neck. So his tail there in the back. He's a mouse.
I always knew Brenda was a little out of her gourd.
I make all kinds of little strange creatures with my gourds and some clay. That's the little feller that I made. Sits up here on my desk. There's a little lady that goes along with him. She's fell off the desk too, I guess. Stuff gets pushed off. There's so much stuff up here. But I've got all kinds of things up here. I've got this little feller. I've already asked Al about him, so I can't have no fun with Al tonight about this one. But just in case you wanted to see my monkey.
No. It's enough to see your octopus.
There's my monkey. But octopus ain't up here on the desk, so I don't know. He's done galloped off someplace. Yeah, Luann says, and the truth will come out as to where Matt is. Have you heard anything else, Al? Is there any other stories that you got on him?
Something about a convention, but there were some concerns with the COVID or something like that because he kept having to refit his mask. You know, he was kind of like, you know how he is, right? The man's got perfect taste, and it has to fit, you know, perfectly, right?
Uh-huh.
I guess he kept refitting it, and the convention was over by the time that he finished fitting it.
Well, the only other thing that I heard was, that he had to have something removed because he's so retentive that they had to get the stick out. But
Oh my God.
Poor Matt. Matt, we love you. If we didn't, we wouldn't do this to you.
Is he going up there to do research? Is that it? Wasn't he going up there for some type of research?
Well, yeah, he went up to Wisconsin for the research there to the Testicle Festival for that new channel.
I bet he was going balls to the walls.
I bet he was.
Yeah. Matt's all in when it comes to stuff like that. He really is a trooper. Really a trooper. He a lot of effort. Really good products that come out of his shop. I was sitting there looking at some of the stuff he was doing, and everything's fantastic. If you guys haven't been over to All Things YouTube, he's got a course going on, and Awesome Wood Things. He has some really good projects on there too. If you guys haven't seen it, which you guys probably have, I guess, but if you're new to the channel.
Yeah, if you haven't seen All Things YouTube, you need to go over there and check out his course. And there's a lot of tips in there that maybe you've not heard before. You learn something new on how to improve your channel. And they're short little clips that, don't take too long to watch them. So you need to get over there and watch some of those videos and see if you can learn something new.
Yeah, to quote Matt, he does his research. And I believe he also said that his course is free, so get on it.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah. Luana says Matt rocks on help with YouTube. Dave Hart's in the house. Hello, Dave. Good to see you. What I forgot to do is I was going to put a link up, and I forgot to do it. This is for Steve Nealon's GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if that'll go through. No, it won't go through. Al, if I give that to you on Messenger, can you find a way to make that work so that it'll go on?
Make it work.
Okay.
You just keep the show going because it's
all right. There's the link to it, and maybe you can find a way to tiny URL that or something so that you can put that in the chat.
Really, that won't go through?
No, that's way too long. It's
because sure, I'll tiny URL it. You bet.
Okay.
Yeah. You bet.
C-Dub says she's checking to see if she has cotton in her ears. She says, lots going on in here. Am I not loud enough? Because Lord knows I can always get louder. Maybe we need to test her ears, Al. Maybe we need to see if there's something wrong with her ears. That'll wake you up.
Woo. More cowbell.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. Luann says, oh, Lord, don't get her started.
Right.
Right. Well, I had somebody give me a megaphone. I don't even know where here it is. Because they said that I wasn't loud enough, so I needed a megaphone to talk into. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I hope I spelled his name right in the tiny URL. I'm going to look before I send it.
Then we got the little cowbell for people that like the little cowbell.
That's the Tinkerbell.
This little bell was made by Mr. Doughboy, and it's made out of coins, and he put a little rubber cow there on the top of it. But it's the little cowbell. It don't make much noise. And JD Night 7 is in the house. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing a giveaway here in a little while, so invite all your friends. Get lots of people in the house. And I lost something that I had up here on the screen. So we'll get that back up here. I'm operating on half frequency today, I think. It's been kind of hot around here, and I lose my brain cells when it gets too hot.
When it gets too hot?
Yeah. They cook. So it looks like we got about 10 people in the house right now. Let's see if we can get a few more. Let's get a few more people in the house, and then I'll give something away. I got a few things laying up here on the desk that I'll offer. Or if you want something else that I posted before that you liked and I didn't give it away to somebody else, we'll go that direction too. There we go. We got the GoFundMe up for Steve now. And I'm
even going to check it, make sure it works.
He had a heart attack on Monday evening. He's having a bunch of stents put in his heart, and it's going to be an expensive process. So if you would care to donate there a few bucks to help him and his wife with their expenses that they're incurring through all this, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm not one to generally put up GoFundMes and things like that, but Steve is a good friend, and he's the head of the Makers Media Network. He's always there when you need somebody and need some advice on stuff. He runs a heck of a channel over there with the Makers Media, or the site, I guess I should call it. And so if you care to donate, there you go. You got the URL. Portal says that he's having bypass surgery on Monday. So you get the skinny hear about it. And Jim Dockrell says, get Steve a ticket to Canada with socialized health care. Well, who knows? We may have it down here before long. Where things are going. I don't know how people are doing it that's losing their jobs and stuff, going to be able to keep insurance and anything. They said today, I was listening to a channel talking about Yelp. You know what Yelp is?
Yes.
Where people voice their opinions about business and stuff. It says that since all this quarantine thing and stuff went on, 41% of the businesses that were listed on Yelp are now gone and won't be coming back. That's a mess of businesses right there.
Yeah, it's affected a lot of businesses, both small and large, actually.
Yeah. So, it's going to be interesting to see how all this pans out. Yeah, Matt says 41%. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not quite half, but it's getting close. I'm not sure it'll be done yet, but, things are tough. Well, what kind of projects and stuff are you working on, Al? What have you got on the bench?
Well, I took apart my Cobalt electric mower the other day, or yesterday, and it's literally sitting on my bench now that you ask. And it was amazing because I was mowing around, and I guess I hit or grounded it out to the grounding rod on one of the poles, and it, sparks and smoke, which normally happens. You
let the smoke out of it.
Yeah.
You never let the smoke out of them.
I have a section when I stream, and it's called Smokes and Sparks, Sparks and Smoke. But I took it apart because I wanted to see what was wrong, what messed up. And the only thing this thing really has is it's got a switch that turns on and off, but that's not the problem. The AC comes in, goes to a bridge diode, which is four diodes hooked up in a pattern like this. And what it is it takes AC current and it flattens it out to be more like DC. Well, that motor runs off of this 30 amp bridge rectifier, and I think that's the only thing that messed up is that rectifier. So I'm going to be getting a rectifier for it, swapping it out and see. It was only a $200 mower, but it was really, really simple. It was just really, really simple. I thought it'd be more complicated. Nah, that's what I've been working on. I've also been working on these maker coins. I had been doing a bunch of mask ear protectors also, which I've got a bunch of them around here, I guess, but kind of have stopped those. Yeah, here's one of them to help with the easing of pulling your ears back, basically. But other than that, this chair is nice and comfortable. I can relax back and take a snooze, and it's summertime. What can I say?
Now, is that rectifier anything like a fornicator?
Well, no, not really. Although it does. I'm actually having a problem saying this. It does fornicate the AC into DC. It flattens it right out. Actually, it ripples it. It doesn't quite flatten it out. Use capacitors and stuff to flatten it out, but it's enough to where it simulates, I guess, DC. So whether you're AC or DC, it works, I guess.
Well, see, that's one of my things that I always loved to do back in the day is I would love to go into a Radio Shack where they had these kids working that didn't know Sick'em, and tell them that I needed a 24 volt fornicator.
God.
They'd look and look and look high and low, up and down the shelves, around and around and around. They'd be in the computer. They'd be in the back room, all this. Then come back and they'd say they couldn't find it. I said, well, if you can't find that, I'll take 2 of them and I'll wire them in series. 2 12 volts. Go get me 2 12 volts.
You'd be surprised. Some of these kids nowadays, they'll come back and they'll have a vibrator in their hand or something like that. Here you go, ma'am. This is what you're looking for. Thank God.
I'd have them go and ask the manager, because they wouldn't want to admit they had to ask the manager, and they look and look and look and look and look, and then they have to go get the manager, and they tell the manager, and a lot of times the manager wouldn't even know what I was talking about.
Well, honestly, Radio Shack, most of the time they don't know anyway. It's amazing. But you know what? I do miss Radio Shack because this bridge rectifier, I'm going to take and up it a bit from a 35 amp to a 50 amp rectifier, and hopefully it'll help. It won't hurt it, that's for sure, and it'll be able to handle a little more current. But I could walk down to Radio Shack or drive down to Radio Shack and buy one. Now I've got to order it off of Amazon or off of the big major companies out on the West Coast, on the left coast.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got Mr. Doughboy in the house. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. He had some stents put in his heart here a week or so ago, and it's good to have you with us.
Hey, Jim Dontrell said he had a rectum fryer or something like that.
I thought that's when you set your butt on the hot stove.
So let me get this straight, Brenda. Brenda, you've got cowbells. Matt's got testicle bells.
Well, no, he's got tacos.
He's got tacos. Okay, wait, let me cross it out. Tacos. Somehow it came up testicles. Yeah, it reminds me of the movie, Nuns Like Us. The way they would, do the sign of the cross. They'd go spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. Yeah.
Well, how about we do this giveaway?
All right.
And I'll start this off by saying if you live out of the country and you want to participate, that's fine. But you will need to pay the postage to get the items to you. So, we'll throw that out there. And if you don't want to participate, well, that's fine too. Or if you want to participate and then you want to give it to somebody else in the room, I'm open to that. I've got 4 items. that I'm going to offer your choice of the 4 items, and I'll show you what those are here in a minute. But how we're going to do this is I'm going to have you pick a number between 1 and 10 and type it on the screen when I say go. And I've got the number written down on a piece of paper over here that I picked before the show. And when we get a winner, I'll tell you that we have a winner. And then you can tell me which item you want. And after the show, you can send me the address you want it mailed to over on Messenger, or email it to me, or however you want to send it, so that I can get this out. I'll mail it in the morning. I'm good that way.
Please.
There's some people that, you win stuff from it, and that it takes them forever.
Yeah, don't make her beg. Don't make her beg.
Forever and ever until, I have to say, I hope it didn't get lost in the mail. And then they have to admit to me that no, they didn't mail it in the first place. Now, I did get the one from Matt. And I'm here to tell you, this does not do justice to this. This is, all these letters are cut out on a scroll saw and mounted to this plaque. And this is all cut out. It looks like it's painted when you just look at it on the screen, but it's not. This is cut out on a scroll saw. And then he made this nice frame that's in and mounted it all up in there. And it says more cowbell on it. And that's what I won from Matt. Now, it has taken me like 4 months to get it, but
Matt's got the second 4-month day delivery, huh?
You guys are a little slow with your postal deliveries, but I did get that. Well, anyway, back to the drawing board here. I've got 4 items up here. The first one is this. There's been some oohs and ahs about this, so I keep offering it up here. This is called a bike mount for your cell phone, and it mounts on the handlebars. I guess it would probably fit on a motorcycle too. Brand new. It's a universal bike mount, never out of the package, still all sealed up. So we got that. We've got these. These are air filters for a spray painter. You put these filters in your sprayer, and it keeps the paint from globbing up and making a mess. So I got a whole package full of them. And then I've got, let's see, I've got this is a hard shell case, and inside the hard shell case is a fancy pair of clip-on sunglasses, but they fit, the sunglasses go against your face first, and then they clip on the outside to your glasses.
Hey, Portal's already started putting numbers in.
Well, Portal, slow down. I ain't said go yet. there's a little cloth in there that you can polish them up with and everything, but they come in this nice hard shell case so they won't get smashed. So I got those. And then for the 4th item, since we gave one of these away last week, here's another one of these. It's a box.
Looks like a taco case.
And on the top of the box, I did a design with paper. It's called quilling. It's a little floral design that I did on top of that. And it's just a plain little old box. There's the inside of it. And
I thought somebody won the box last week. Did they not send you their address?
It was a different box.
Okay.
This is another one. I've got a bunch of these that I made up. It's a little decorative box that look pretty sitting on the table, and you can put your jewelry in there, or little paper clips, or whatever you want to put in there. So there's 4 things. Now I've got other stuff here too. So if you don't see something you like, we'll work with you till you do. So with that being said, if everybody's ready, get ready.
Ready, folks?
Get set. Go.
Now nobody's doing it. Okay, Portal put 5.
Hey, we got a winner.
4. 4's been taken. Put something else down, Matt.
We got a winner.
Ooh.
Pathfinder with the number 4. Number 4. FOUR.
Number 4.
So, Pathfinder, which one of these gifts would you like?
Cool. Yes. Yes.
You tell me what you want, and we'll fix you right up. Waiting for Pathfinder to tell us what she wants.
Dave Hart puts 4 as if he was swinging a golf club. Hello,
Chris Nealon's in the house. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. Well, I don't have a phone case. I've got the where'd I put it? Here it is. This is the bike mount for your phone. And then I've got the hard shell case with the sunglasses in it.
So it's actually sunglasses?
Yeah, there's sunglasses in this case. Oh. And the sunglasses fit against your face and clip to your glasses in the front. A little different setup than what I've seen before. Little fancy deal there. Okay, she says, yes, that's the one. And I don't know which one you mean. So you need to say either the glasses or the bike mount. The bike mount. Okay. So the bike mount is for Pathfinder. Now, I'm going to need your address. So if you would be so kind as to send that to me either in an email or over on Messenger, on Facebook, that would be great. My email is in the description of every one of my videos. But Al, if you want to, can you type that in there to the chat?
Your email?
Yeah, brenda.gibson@gmail.com. Okay, so I've got that set aside for Pathfinder.
Is it Gibson or Gibson?
Gibson.
Brenda.Gibson
at Gmail.
At gmail.com.
Yes,
Brenda.Gibson@gmail.com.
Yep. And you send me your address, and I'll run that up to the post office in the morning for you.
Mr. Doughboy says, what did I win?
Crickets.
Brenda.Gibson@gmail.com.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Did I not type it in right?
Well, it's right.
Did I not type it in right?
It's right.
Matt?
And then Chris says, house cleaning giveaway. Well, there's just a lot of free stuff that I get all the time. And so I offer it up to you guys as prizes here from the chat, kind of thanking you for hanging out with us and putting up with us and listening to our shenanigans. Oh, he says Al had too many periods in it.
I thought you said, oh, yeah, I did. I got brenda.gibson@gmail.com. Yeah, very good, guys. Good catch. Good catch.
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't either, obviously, and I typed it. See, now this is why you have to have Matt here, okay?
Yeah.
Matt will keep you straight. Hello, Internet. I'm Matt. No, I'm not Matt Haas.
He's always asking me, does that look good? Does this look? I said, it looked good before you started messing with it. It don't look no different to me now. So it is what it is. He's a stickler for perfection is what he is.
Matt, there is one thing I can do better than you, Matt. And that's grow a sweet mustache, Matt. Actually, Matt, I liked your mustache. I really did.
I did not like it.
You didn't? Yep. Is that why he shaved it off?
I don't know.
I thought he was rocking a good mustache there. Kind of reminded me of Freddie Mercury.
I thought he shaved it off because it looked like it had mange, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. But I still did like yours. Mustaches are awesome. Yes.
I told you, my husband had a beard and a mustache when I married him. He had it for years, and years and years and years. And I was always after him, why don't you shave that nasty mess off? And
hey, maybe
one
that's
day,
what he's doing. Maybe he's getting hormone therapy
well, could be.
to work on his stash.
Could be. But one day I was out running errands or something, and I come home and opened up the door, walked in the house. He's sitting in the chair. I didn't recognize him. I had to do a double take. I'm like, who the hell are you? He started laughing, but he shaved off that beard and mustache, and I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was a full big old beard and mustache. You know, he was hid behind that good.
It changes the way a person looks a lot. Yeah. Can you imagine what Russ looks like behind his beard?
If they ever shaved that off, we wouldn't know who he is.
Right. I think
Where is Russ tonight? He ain't in here. He
Oh.
usually hangs with us.
My mustache was a ride. Jim Dockrell. My mind is just blown with that one.
They only charged a nickel.
You know, I haven't done this. I have not given anybody. There we go, Jim. That blew my mind. Here you go.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I about got killed riding a horse?
No, but if it was a little pony, he's a sick pony, he's a little horse.
Nope. I climbed up on there and he took off full gallop as fast as he could go, just running as hard as he could go. And I'm a bouncing around up there in the saddle and I lose my grip and I had my foot caught in the stirrup. And as I fell off and he's dragging me and I'm screaming, help me, help me, help me, help me. Finally, the store manager came over and pulled the plug out of the mechanical horse.
Oh, good Lord. Now that there's funny. I don't care who you are. That there's funny. So laugh.
Yeah, Portal says the manager unplugged it. Yep.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for helping. We're really trying. Honestly, we're really trying.
But actually, that is something that would have happened to me. That's the way my luck goes. It's like the day I tried to return that electronic cart or electric cart, whatever you call them, back into the Walmart store for a lady who's out in the parking lot. And I'd never driven one before and didn't know how to drive the thing. And about ran over her when I first got on it. She... Poor thing, she's got her cane and she's running for her life because I'm about to plow her over. Finally get it under control and I get it up to the store and I go through them electric doors, you know, them sliding doors, and ran into the wall.
Ooh.
I got off the thing before I got myself killed.
All right, so Mr. Doughboy just sent you his address. So, Mr. Doughboy, you should be expecting this in about 4 months or so. Oh, no, wait. That's Matt.
Well, you know, it could be one of them be careful what you wish for, because I might have something here that I could send him and he wouldn't want it. Jim says he got drunk last week and took the bus home, which was neat because he never drove a bus before.
I was with a friend at a conference once, and we come up from the bar, and we're in the elevator, and we're punching, buttons to get to our rooms and stuff. And he says, "I'm not drunk. Are you?" He says, "No." I asked him. I said, "I'm drunk." He says, "No, I'm not drunk." And I said, "Well, how come you know you're not drunk?" He says, "Well, if I'm drunk, feel something on my shoulder, and it's the floor."
Oh my
So
goodness.
what's this about hair plugs, Brenda?
You want some hair plugs?
No, I heard something about hair plugs or butt plugs or I don't know what it was. I thought it was hair plugs.
Well, Matt could be getting them. You know, he's starting to recede a little bit there.
He's
going to be doing a forward
his,
comb here pretty
he?
soon, you know, combing it down over his forehead.
Kind of like this.
Yeah, from the back.
Flaps in the wind when the wind flows. Blows, flows. Does the wind flow or blow?
We'll get him some Aquanet, you know, so that he plasters it down good. Aquanet works for a lot of different things, you know. You need something to hold still.
That's what I use on my 3D printer to keep my prints adhere to Aquanet.
Yep. I remember the day, you know, when they used to tease the hair and have the big hairdos, and then you spray it with the Aquanet. That ain't going nowhere. It's going to stay there forever. Take all day to wash that out.
Yeah, and the nice thing is you can wash it out, though. That's the thing. It's not like you're putting lacquer in your hair or anything like that. And it's
well, it's close.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I went to a girl once that had her do my hair. This has been many years ago. I wanted her to tease it, you know, make it a little higher on the top. And she looks at me. She must not have been out of beauty school very long. She says, I don't know how to tease hair. And I said, well, honey, I'm about to teach you how. I said, when I get through with you, you're going to be able to do hair in Nashville, Tennessee. And so I taught her how to tease hair, and she goes to tease my hair, and I said, keep at it, honey, just keep at it. I said, the higher the hair, the closer to heaven.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and that is what it looks like, too. It's like I've seen a bunch of evangelical women that, oh, my gosh, the hair just, I guess the holier, and please, if I'm offending anybody, well, get a haircut, you know.
Tease it to Jesus. The higher the hair, the closer to heaven.
Yes. Matt, is it true that you're getting an appointment with your lighting expert?
Probably going to get some more lights for the studio.
Well, I seen him dim his studio down a little bit. He's getting a little shady, I think.
It's almost like Hollywood in there now. He got red lights and green lights and blue lights, and
looks like a friggin' intersection. What are you talking about?
The beaver lit up, and
here we go. It's going downhill now. Oh my gosh! David says, "L.A. I guess he meant ha. I'm a minister." So then you know exactly what we're talking about, right?
Well, now I'm going to blow everybody's mind because I am too. And so's Jim Bashir's.
Well, in my past years, believe it or not, I was also.
But you gave it up for Lent?
That's not what I gave it up for. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Jim Docker says he's a minister too.
Yeah.
See, it's catching. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, we've had him on here close to an hour. I think maybe it's about time that we cut him loose, and we'll be back here next week. As far as I know, Matt will be back from the Testicle Festival by next week, and we can get him back in here.
I think he'll probably want us to put this show on privates or something like that.
Well, he's out of luck because I don't do that.
He almost had you put the last one on privates, didn't you?
Not the last one.
There's a theme there. There's a theme there.
A couple of weeks ago, he didn't want me to put one up, and I said, I'm putting it up. And so that's a nice thing about being having it up on your channel, being the host of it.
That's right.
Then I get to make the decisions about what goes up and what don't.
Well, he can do like a copyright infringement and tie it all up in the googly goop of YouTube.
Pathfinder said, "Thank you, Brenda G." Well, it's my pleasure. I'm always happy to give stuff away to folks that come and support the show. Tell your friends about it, because I've got other stuff I can give away. We'll be doing this a while. I've got a big old box over here full of stuff. Some of it's stuff I've made, some of it's stuff that's been given to me to give away on the show. So
there's one thing that you haven't done, maybe you need to do, and that's smash it.
Hit that like button. Mel Mel's in the house. Hey, Mel, good to see you.
I've got an emergency call here. No.
Mark Lindsay says, I'm not a minister, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn once. I did not know. Now, this might blow your mind. Did you know that Jimmy Swaggart is a cousin to, what's his name? Jerry Lee Lewis.
Huh.
I just learned that the other day.
Did not know that. Hey, lady.
No, not Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Whole other shaking going on.
Great balls of fire?
Jerry Lee Lewis that married the 13-year-old.
Oh, little Leah. Hey, lady.
Yeah, I did not know that him and Jimmy Swaggart were related.
Wow. Mind blown. Brenda, you get one of these.
Do I get one of the salutes?
Yep, you get one of those. Uh-oh. Must be bill collectors, because I don't know anybody that'd be calling me.
It's somebody trying to sell you something. That's what goes on my phone all day.
It's auto insurance or something like that. Oh, wow. What was
okay,
that?
I get the ones where they want to we'll put it on speaker so we all can hear it.
My goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, good Lord Almighty.
If you want to speak with a live customer service agent, press 1. Have your credit card or checking account info available as active.
I gotta get my credit card.
Down payment. If you decline the final offer, press 2.
I don't want to decline the final offer though. Oh well, I guess they'll have to call back.
I get the ones where they want to help me pay off my student loans.
Yes, T-Square.
Hey, T-Square, good to see you. There's Tom. Good to have you in the house. And yeah, I get the one about the car warranty is about to expire.
That's what I meant.
And let's say there's another one that they're always, they want me to help me with my Medicare, which I'm not old enough for Medicare. So
she said.
They always start out and they say, well, we're calling you today to help you with your Medicare. Wouldn't that be nice? And I say, yeah, it would. And then they keep going. And when they finally stop for a break, I say, well, I can't understand how you think you're going to help me with this when I'm not old enough to get Medicare.
Click.
And they're like, well, are you over 65? No. And I'm like, okay, goodbye.
It's called fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lord have mercy. Shouldn't you start it off with that question? You saved yourself a lot of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get all kinds of calls in here all the time.
I'm kind of hoping that somebody calls. I would certainly put it on speakerphone and we could talk to them. That would be interesting. But
I got an interesting call the other night, though. Come to think of it, I'd almost forgot about this one. Sitting there this is how it always starts out. This is the best stories ever. Sitting there tending to my own business.
Sure.
Phone rings. And see, I've got 2 phones. I've still got my little flip phone thing, and I rarely ever even answer it because it's all sales calls and stuff that comes in on that. But I've got my smartphone sitting there, and it rings. And I'm always shocked when it rings because nobody ever calls me on it. So I'm like, wow, I wonder who's calling me. So I pick up the smartphone and I answer it. And this feller on the other end says, "Hi, how are you?" And I said, "Well, not too bad. How are you?" And he says, "Oh, I'm hanging in." He says, "So what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, right at this moment, I'm talking to you." And he kind of laughs. He says, "Well, that's good." And I said, "Do you mind if I ask who I'm talking to?" And he says, "I might have the wrong number." And I said, "Well, I'm pretty sure you do because I don't know who you are." And he says, "Well, I think you have my son's old phone number." And I still had his phone number here in my phone. So I called it thinking that I was going to get a hold of him. But apparently it's his old phone number. And I said, "Well, it must be." And he says, he's laughing. And he says, "Well, I'm sorry I bothered you." And I said, "Well, that's okay." And then I hang up the phone and I hit block. So that'll never happen again.
Yeah. So you didn't say, "Well, as a matter of fact, your son's right here."
But he was just so sure, that he was
Yeah.
talking to family and stuff, that he was just, "How are you? What you been doing?" Not, "Oh, who am I speaking to?" No. When I call someplace, I try to make sure I have the person that I'm trying to talk to on the other end of the phone.
Yeah, I usually want to know that I'm talking to somebody on the other end of the phone too.
Now, that's not as good a story as the guy that called me up that one night wanting the tent. Did you ever hear that story?
No, I never did. I
Well,
don't think I did.
I'm sitting there and I'm tending to my own business. And the phone rings. And so I answer it. And the fella says, "Is this the party that has the tent for sale?" And
What?
I said, Is this the party that has the tent for sale?"
Okay.
And I said, "I don't have a tent for sale." And he says, "Are you sure you don't have a tent listed for sale?" And I said, "Well, no, I don't. But, I am a rather large woman. And I have a bunch of dresses that you might be able to make a tent out of."
Oh my God.
I've never had anybody actually try to do that before. But before I could get rid of them, I'd have to call Omar the tent maker and see if he could make me a new dress before I get rid of any of them. But if you're interested, I can keep your number. It's come through here on the caller ID. I'll keep your number. And when I talk to Omar, I'll get back in touch with you.
Omar.
This poor
Omar
guy
the
didn't
tent
know-
maker.
He didn't know what the hell to say to me. And he says, "I think I have the wrong number." And I said, "Well, I'm not the party that has the tent for sale, but now if you don't find them, you be sure and keep my number because I'm sure we can work something out."
Hey, we have Braden Brand Reality TV.
Hey, Braden, good to have you in the house tonight. We're just sitting here cutting up and telling stories. You missed the giveaway. We had a giveaway a while ago. I do a giveaway here every week for anybody in the house that don't know that we do giveaways here. So every week you need to come back at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I do my show. Usually Matt's with me, but this week we got Al.
Greetings and salutations.
And we do a giveaway, give something away every week. You never know what I'm going to put up here. It's whatever I pull out of the box.
Norwich.
Good to see you too. They said it was good to see us, Al.
Yeah, it is good to see you. Good to see you. And it's free too, which is something else Brenda does. Brenda gives free advice.
That's right. And I'll be putting up another Heifer Haven later tonight. The last week's was pretty popular. Everybody liked the one that I put up last week about sexy versus unsexy name.
Yeah, you gotta go watch it. It floored Matt. He could not see the end of that one coming at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that one coming.
Yeah.
The best comment that I got on that video, as far as I'm concerned, I ought to pin it. It said, "I'm glad I'm not your child." So yeah, if you haven't watched that one, you need to watch it. But there'll be a new one going up probably later tonight, first thing in the morning, something.
Yeah, just click down there on the Brenda G's designs and then go back to her videos.
Yep. Hit the red button and share them too. Share them because everybody needs free advice.
Oh yeah.
I said it was free advice. I didn't say it'd be good.
Hey, Luana says nice. Oh my gosh, I thought she said nice pair, Brenda. It's nice hair, Brenda.
Yeah. Well, it's a little rough this week. I'm getting it cut Monday. It's getting a little shaggy. It's not got as much lift on the top. It's starting to get heavy. I like to call it the high and tight, because I have it tight on the sides and then high on the top. Higher the hair, the closer to heaven.
That's a number 3 on the side and a 6 on the top, probably.
Well, no, she doesn't use any shears on top of it. She just
she uses the shears.
Yeah, scissor cuts it. But yeah, she does use some kind of a blade on the sides. It's easy to take care of. I know that much.
Is Jim Doctoral still out there? Or was he here at all? Yeah, he is.
He's out there.
Yeah, Jim had or has a video where he literally cut his own hair, and it was so inspiring. I went over to the sink, and I went ahead and did the same thing, and I was inspired. I really was.
He smoked them shears. Did you see that? The end of it?
Yeah, he smoked them all right.
Yeah, Braden said he liked the color. Well, I'll tell you what, it's natural. Everybody's always asked me for years what was the natural color of my hair, and I had to tell them I don't even know anymore.
Indeed, Jim, a trendsetter. Heck, I might save $20 every 6 months or so.
I can't understand why it costs so much to cut your hair. It only costs $10 on mine.
I don't know. It's just the area. We have oil field people around here, so there's a bunch of bucks floating around. So they kind of hike everything up. A 2-bedroom apartment, at least before the COVID outbreak, was anywhere from $1,500 up for a 2-bedroom, and that's a cheap one. That I've heard of $2,000 2-bedroom apartments.
Wow.
Amazing. Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Holy smoke. Just want to rent it. I don't want to buy it.
Matt gets charged only $4, $1 a side. Never knew I could cut my own hair, though.
Mel says that I have natural beauty.
Beautimus.
I've never had anybody tell me that before. Thank you, Mel. I'll take that as a compliment. My mother used to tell me that I was pretty twice. I was pretty ugly and pretty apt to stay that way. Nothing like a mother's love, right?
That's right. With mothers like that, who needs...
My daddy taught me when I was real little, that because I was a cute little kid, but my daddy taught me to do this. Go, I'm so precious. And so whenever somebody would come around, and they'd say, well, you're such a cute little girl, and then I'd do this. I'm so precious. My mother gets so mad at me. She threatened once. She says, I'm going to beat you clear to death if you keep doing that. She says, talk about conceit. Well, I was just, 2-3 years old. Daddy taught me it was cute. Of course, Daddy taught me a lot of things he probably shouldn't have taught me. And when Mom would catch on to it, she'd always be mad. There was a fella used to sit on his porch right down the road, and I'd be riding my bike down past his house, and And he'd always wave at me, you know, when I go by. And my dad asked me once, he says, does he wave at you when you go by there? And I said, yeah. And he says, well, do you wave back? And I said, well, sometimes. And he says, you should always wave back. And the proper way to wave back to somebody like that is to do this.
I was waiting for a worse sign or hand gesture.
Well, I will say this. That's the one thing that always stands up for me. That go over your head?
No, I'm going to do a Matt Haas. I'm not touching that one with a 20-foot pole.
I've always said that's why I always get my nails done, you know, so they look so nice.
Well, there goes the demonetization. The monetization.
Oh, shoot. Well, listen, we've been going on for an hour now, so I think we'll go ahead and shut her down for tonight. Thank you, Al, for sitting in for Matt. And Matt, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, you know, we'll find out about it eventually. We'll just let everybody speculate on all the reasons that we've thrown out there this evening. And we'll see you on down the line. Don't forget to watch for Heifer Haven. And what do you got coming up, Al? You got anything?
I haven't produced a video in months, and I actually have footage, so nothing. Nah. I'll probably be streaming on Sunday. Twitch, Kilroy 79763. Right there. See it right there.
So with all that being said, we'll see you back here next Thursday, and don't forget to leave some comments on the Heifer Havens, and we'll see you on down the pike. Night, everybody.
Night, everyone. Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by.